Ollie touched a bit on what I'm about to ask, which is I think there are two messages emerging which may be conflicting and have emerged in other panels. On the one hand, write something that may be, that's commercial, that may be a genre film, low budget, limited locations, more likely to sell. On the other hand, write your passion. So if your passion is to write paranormal 2, you're all set. If that isn't your passion, if your passion is to do something that isn't low budget and genre, which way do you go?
Passion. I mean, absolutely. You write what you know, you write what you care about, you write what you love. There's no question about it. I mean, if you try to, of course, there's books, there's how-to books about this, but toss them, burn them, because you need to write where your heart is. That is your only chance that you get through that door. If you think I'm going to write something commercial and I'll follow all the rules that I can piece together on the internet and in the books, you're lost. Never say never. I mean, there may be a one shot where you do get through the door anyway, but you write because you love to write. So if you write fantasy and they're $100 million movies, write those. Those are your passion.
I mean, there are plenty of people for whose genre is passion anyway, aren't there? I mean, there are people who... there's a writer I've been working with a lot, Ed Whitmore, who I'm sure some of you know, who's written a lot of the latest series of Waking the Dead, and he's gone to LA, he's working in telly in LA, and his own ideas are being done, and he rang me the other day and said, I want to do a silent witness in the next series. And we're going like, Ed, you've just done 4 Waking the Dead, so you're over in LA, you've got all your own ideas being started off. And he said, yeah, but I was reading a true crime book and I found this great forensic story, and silent witness is the place to take it. And this is the guy who, crime is his passion, so therefore crime drama is his passion. I don't think the two things should ever be thought of as separate. I think if you write without a fire or without a need to say something, then you're as Daniel says, it's never going to catch fire. But I don't think there's a question of commercial or passion. I think you have to write with what excites you.
But as a new writer, a high budget movie, we all know certain types of movies aimed at certain audiences are much more likely to get made than others. So, as a new writer, or as an emerging writer, do you spend time and your limited time and energy writing something that is your passion, maybe quite good, but is much less likely to get made than something that's something else?
Well, it's certainly true that if I get, as a tele-commissioner of scripts, if I get something that is like, and my very, very plain speaking head of development says, sometimes when we look at some scripts, it says, do you think they ever watch telly? Because it's so much an idea that's outside anything that's on any recognisable channel near where we live. And it's true, it's hard. I think it's very hard to fight to place those writers. I mean, I'm sorry, I have to talk from television because I've never worked in the film industry, but I think the truth is, the television industry and the film industry are an industry, and drama involves a lot of people and involves a buy-in from a lot of people at a great deal of stages in order to fly. And if you're really, really writing so far outside the box that you're not connecting with those people who are actually going to stand your script up and actually put it on a screen near us, then, is drama the right thing? Maybe you should write a novel, maybe write poems or a memoir or something. That's my kind of hard knocks view of that. And I sort of have found myself saying to writers, do you want to join the television industry or not? Because, we want original voices and we want people with something to say, but we also need to sort of take things to our audience as well.
Can I just add, truth is, integrity transpires in a script, and to whoever is used to read a script, if there's no integrity to it, you absolutely feel it. If there's no deep knowledge of what you're writing about, you absolutely feel it. I'm just going to share a piece of advice I was given by my mentor, being true or not, but I've lived by it. He said, never try and second guess what the public wants to see, because you know what? If there was a formula, we'd know by now. there would be no flops in the cinema. So write what you would want to see, what it is you would want to see, and do it your best you can. Because even if you've made, or someone has made out of your script the best film, it might flop, totally. There's no telling. But film flopping that you are proud about is one thing. A film flopping that you actually don't feel great about, that's even worse, and you won't be able to bounce off it. Great film, even if it doesn't work, you can still bounce off it. But just remember, the integrity thing, you absolutely feel it. As a reader, when a writer writes about something he doesn't know deeply about, I absolutely know.